Hi everyone, today we are doing a natural makeup routine. I personally have started wearing a lot of makeup as I've started working at the place that I work now, and I'm looking to stop wearing so much for my skin health. It's actually hard for me to be on camera with my bare skin without any makeup and show you guys my scarring and my breakouts and everything. But I feel like not wearing as much makeup will really prioritize my skin health. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and start doing a natural makeup routine. If you guys see me looking over here, it is because I have my makeup mirror over here, so I'm going to be using that to see what I'm doing. But first, we always want to start with skin prep. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Anua Rice 7 Ceramide Barrier Serum. So we're going to go ahead and go in with this. This is the Thayer's 80-Hour Milky Moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. It does not break me out, which is so rare for moisturizers for me. Sometimes they're just way too heavy, but this one is also very hydrating without being super heavy, so I love it. Okay, guys, and then the next thing we're gonna go in with is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Daily Sunscreen. It's SPF 50. I love this sunscreen. It also does not break me out, and I've noticed significant improvement in my skin since I started wearing sunscreen. I was sleeping on sunscreen for so freaking long for no reason. Okay, and then I just want to pull my hair out of my face so that way I don't get anything in my hair. I probably should have done that before I did my skin prep, but your girl is so forgetful, so we're gonna pull up our hair now. Now that our hair is out of our face, normally I would start by going in with my foundation, but we are not going to be doing that today. Instead, we are going to go ahead and do our lips first. The product I'm going to be using for my lips is just a peel off stain. I'm trying to figure out what brand it is, but basically it goes on and it looks so extremely dark. And then when you take it off, it looks super natural. So don't let it freak you out when you put it on because it ends up being just fine. It literally looks insane right now, and it's hard to talk with it on because it is sticky, so I can't touch my lips together. But you just basically want to let this dry and then you're going to peel it off. That's why we're doing it first, just so that it can dry the whole time we're doing our makeup. We are going to go in with this. It is the Dr. Jar Cicapair Redness Relief Balm. This is what it looks like. Or it's a color correcting treatment, is what it says. It does have sunscreen in it as well. One thing that I did not know when I went to try this for the first time was that it does go orange. I am so pale. I literally look like a ghost. But if you do it a different way than how you would assume, which is just to rub it into your face, it does not come out orange. So we're just going to use it as a spot corrector. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Obviously, this did not get rid of all my redness, but it does help tone it down a little bit. And one thing that I will say, do not just put this on your face and start rubbing because if you're pale, it's going to break down that pigment and it is going to turn orange. You are going to look like an orange and your face not going to match your neck if you're pale like me. But if you put a little bit on the back of your hand and you warm it up a tiny bit, you don't want to rub it too much, otherwise it will start to break down the pigment. But then after you rub it, warm it up a little bit, then you can just use your finger to tap it on your face and it's going to help slightly with the redness. It's not going to get rid of it completely if you do it this way, but it will keep you from looking orange and help a little bit. I also saw a girl who said that color correction is like the best way to do your makeup without doing like full out products. And so she recommended if you have pink undertones, which I do, that instead of using a concealer all over your face, that you use a pink color corrector. And specifically, pink helps with under eyes. So I'm going to be using this NYX Pro Fix Stick as my concealer. We're just going to use my Beauty Blender to go ahead and blend this out underneath my eyeball. And that is supposed to just help with your under eye circles without being so heavy on your skin. I also put some in the corners of my nose just because I want to see how well it's going to work underneath my nose. I am still going to be using some concealer today, but it's going to be like a lighter weight concealer. That way it's not so heavy on my face. We're just putting that underneath our eyes, in the corners of our nose, and any little blemishes that we want to cover. I also put a tiny bit on my nose just because I do not like the way that my nose is. I have humongous pores on my nose, so I feel like it'll help with those. Normally I'm able to push my makeup into them, which I know probably just makes it worse. I'm just a girl. But I feel like pushing the makeup into it makes them disappear a little bit. So can you blame me? Can you blame me? Who wants craters on their nose? Not me. Okay, y'all, so now we're just gonna go in with this Milk makeup. It's like a little bronzing stick, and I just put that on my cheekbones and my forehead. And then my nose, I just do the bridges. And then I also like to just put a little bit on my eyeball, like right above, like up here is where I like to put it. So it looks kind of crazy. It looks like I'm literally smearing cat poop on my face. With makeup, it's always like a trust the process thing. Because the first time I ever wore foundation, I literally had no clue that you were supposed to put blush and bronzer on top. I know that sounds so weird, but I just thought that you didn't have to. I just thought that you could just wear foundation, and you can, but it made me look like a ghost because I'm so pale and there was like no shape. And so I thought for the longest time that I didn't like wearing foundation, but then I figured out how to wear it properly, and that was nice when I actually figured out how to wear it. But before that, I literally was like, I'm not touching foundation ever again. And now I'm going to go in with the Glam blush. This is the shade Love Cake. I love this blush. It is so nice. I tried it the other day for the first time, and I was a little bit obsessed. I just love the way that it looks on pale skin. It looks amazing on pale skin. And that is something that is so hard to find when it comes to makeup. The shade ranges are not good enough for if you have pale skin. I feel like I can never find, especially foundations, I feel like I can never find a good foundation. I'm always like, this is too dark on me, this looks too orange. It's so hard to find one that I'm like, yes, this looks good. So when you do find one, it's like you cling to it. Also, I do want to show you guys a foundation for my pale girlies. This is the About Face foundation. This one does not oxidize. There's so many foundations I wear that freaking oxidize, and it'll look normal when I put it on, and then the day goes on and I look insane. So try this one if you need a good one. For eyebrows, normally I am someone who fills in my eyebrows, and I'm not gonna lie, I love a powder brow on myself. I love really thick looking brows and really defined, very unnatural looking, right? But I love it on me. However, yesterday I dyed my eyebrows, so I don't feel like I need to do anything with them today. So we're just brushing them. If you do want to do something with your eyebrows, I recommend just going in very lightly with a brow pencil not super defined if you're going for a supernatural look, but this one is the Tweezer Man one, and I love it. It's so nice. It gives your lashes such a good curl. I don't know if y'all can really tell or not, but now eyes. I personally love wearing a black wing every single day. I always am wearing a black wing, and obviously that is not natural. When you look at someone's face and they have eyeliner on, it automatically kind of makes people think, oh, they're wearing a good amount of makeup most of the time. So I decided to get a brown eyeliner pencil, and I don't think I'm going to do the wing just because we're going for natural today. We're going for a makeup look. So I'm going to go in with this, and I think I'm just going to put it under my eyes. I know I said I wasn't going to do a wing, but your girl needs something to lift up the eyes. So I just did it kind of naturally. I just kind of fanned it out, and then I just took my finger and smeared it so that it doesn't look as precise, because I feel like that's when you get the really sharp, okay, makeup look. Now we're just going to go into some mascara. And we're just going to put it on the lashes. Okay, y'all. Now we're going to go in with just a tiny bit of highlight. We don't want to make it too noticeable, but I do love a nice glowy, dewy, bronzy, natural look when I do makeup looks like this. So I have the ColourPop highlighter. It is in the shade Spellbound. It has pinky, purpley little hues to it. We're just going to put some on the tip of the nose. And then I think we're also just going to do our inner eye corners just to kind of help brighten them up a wee bit. Like that, so not like a huge difference. Then guys, let's go ahead and peel off this lip stain. This is going to take me a second, so I'm just going to cut to where it's peeled off. Okay, so whenever you do end up taking off the lip thing, you're going to see I have little pieces still stuck on my lips. So it clings to dry spots, which that is also something that kind of put me off when I first tried a lip stain. But then I realized that you can just take a wet cotton round or paper towel, whatever, and rub it off your lips. So that is what I'm going to do real quick. Okay, so this is what the lips look like after you take it off. And then, guys, we're just going to go in with a little lip balm. Like, your lips don't look too heavy. I feel like I always wear like a very bold lip whenever I do my makeup. And so it's nice to not have super heavy lips and make it look a little more natural. So, yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and do our hair. So I'm going to cut to the part where my hair is done so that you guys could see it with styled hair so that it doesn't just look like this. But I will be back as soon as my hair is done. Okay, everyone. So this is the finished makeup look with my hair done. I didn't do anything really that crazy with my hair. I just decided to just straighten it out a tiny bit and just do my front pieces cute, but it's nothing crazy. But this is my natural makeup look that I decided to try today. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I hope that you enjoyed watching the video. I hope to see all of you next time. Please and subscribe if you did enjoy. Bye, guys.